Well, session 39, not too much to recap. You guys had emerged from the Heart of Sorrow, or the Tower of the Heart of Sorrow, at the beginning of last session, having just destroyed it and vanquished a bunch of vampire spawn, and you are in the process of crossing one of the bridges between the towers in the upper ramparts of Castle Ravenloft, and you heard a cry. You looked out and you saw a figure strapped to a pole with a bunch of other vampire spawn and Strahd amidst this big thunderstorm. And you saw that it was Esmeralda, so you guys decided to try and help her out. Or actually, I think Van Richten's tiger was the first one off onto the roof.
He took damage, I think, from leaping that far.
Yeah, it was kind of precarious because it was storming out and the roof was already slippery, and so there was any kind of movement you had to make a bunch of checks to see if you would slip or not. But you guys managed to hop around quite a bit. You took care of the spawn, and you figured out that Strahd, quote unquote, was an illusion. Although he must have been somewhere in the vicinity because there were spells being cast, and an illusion can cast spells. But there was this great big swarm of bats flying overhead. Some swarms detached themselves to attack you, but the bulk of it remained over you, and you thought maybe he was hanging around up there after the swarm got away. But in the course of the battle, you managed to kill all the vampire spawn, but you found that Esmeralda herself, after you released her, she actually attacked you, unwillingly as far as you could tell, but basically per Strahd's orders. So she had in fact been turned into a vampire spawn as well. So you guys got into a battle with her, and you took her down, and she fell to the ground. And that's pretty much where you left off. The swarm of bats hurtled down towards the base of the castle to disappear into some fissure further down beneath the catacombs, you would assume. But the storm is now dissipating a little bit, and you guys are left on the roof of the castle, standing over the body of Esmeralda. And that's where we'll pick things up. Let me move you guys to Spires of Ravenloft map. Again, big map.
How long has she been dead?
We pretty much just picked it up where we left off, so it was probably less than a minute ago.
So if I cast Revivify on her, would she come back as her or as a vampire?
If you want to make is there a religion check?
Sure.
No.
I'm going to assume that's going to stink. Oh,
you have no idea what will happen.
how did I get a 1? I rolled a 19 and a 5, and it shows as a 5 and a 1? That's weird.
What's your bonus here?
That's weird. When I rolled the dice, it showed a 19 and a 1.
Yeah, I just see a 5 and a 1 there.
Yeah, and I see a 5.
I got an 18.
Right,
yeah,
so
Paul, you religious person, you. I'm not sure how a monk would know this, and a devoted follower of the morning, or of whatever your guy is. Anyway, actually, Van Richten himself also stands up, and you know this, Paul, too, that you pretty much can't cast Revivify on an undead. It won't work.
All right.
In fact, Van Richten is not looking terribly happy at the moment.
I'm not happy either.
He actually did just bring Felicity, the tiger, back. She was down, and so he was in the process of curing her back, at least back up to 1 hit point. Or maybe it was Rowan.
No, I did that.
Oh, was it you? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I know somebody did it just to bring him back up, and that was at the point that Esmeralda dropped. So now that Felicity is kind of licking her wounds, he's going to stride over to Esmeralda, and he kind of kneels down in front of her and bows his head a little bit and says, "There's nothing we can do for her."
I'm going to ask Van Richten. I'm going to say, is there any way for us to restore her or bring her back as her?
I have greater restoration.
Well, but she's dead.
She is dead.
Well, she's been dead for a while because
Yes.
she was undead.
She was undead. And there's
Oh,
no
so
way
it
to
ha-
bring undead back once they have been destroyed.
This didn't she didn't just get turned into the vampire?
He kind of looks over her body and says that she has been in this state for some time.
Okay.
I say, let's see.
So
We need to do
raised,
something for her.
raised
Either-
dead won't work either?
No, and you would know that.
Yeah.
I say we got to do something for her, whether it's burning her body or giving her a proper burial. You know, we can't just leave her laying on a roof.
What would you suggest?
I would say we light this whole damn place on fire and use it as her funeral pyre.
Well, the roof is not really flat. It's not like a thatched roof or anything. It's kind of a stone tile.
Sure. But something's got to be able to burn in this place.
Well, if you want to burn it down, we burn it down from the inside.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Because she was the only reason why, we were looking and not like, I don't know, launching the nuke from orbit, right?
Yep.
Right.
That's what we should do. Let's go back to the mothership, launch a nuke from orbit.
It's the only way to be sure.
Yeah.
So the way to be sure.
There were several other things here. I mean, not least of which you wanted to get rid of Strahd, but you know that supposedly Arena is somewhere in here.
Yeah.
The girl was last seen leaving the area towards this castle, the Vistani girl.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah, so there are several other things. In fact, if you want to remember way, way back to when you first entered the village of Barovia, you also ran into that woman whose daughter had gone missing, and you said you'd look for her at Castle Ravenloft. That was about 30-some sessions ago, but it did happen.
Oh, yeah. Okay, no, I don't.
Nah. No real special fond attachment there, but there are other creatures or other beings somewhere in this castle that you know of, and for all you know, there might be other prisoners too.
So I'm guessing that we're going to need to rest. Good luck
with that one.
Back spells. Could we leave? I don't know. I mean, I think if we face Strahd and you guys have cast most of your spells, we're fucked anyway. So
I'm
either
down
we
to
go up-
21 hit points and just a few spells.
So if we go up and give him a big fat kiss and we move on and say that's the end of the campaign, whatever, dude.
I
If we
didn't
can't
burn
rest,
any.
I don't know how we're going to face them.
I didn't burn much as far as spells because I was trying to balance on the roof and everything. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Van Richten says that
healing. I can heal.
Van Richten says that this is definitely part of Strahd's tactics. He's a tactician. He's rather than just come out and fight you directly, he's going to try and wear you down.
I get that. But if we are
he's
truly worn down, then I don't know what to do. There's no way we can fight Strahd without our paladin having any spells and at 21 hit points.
Right.
It's not going to work.
Van Richten says,
for a round or two.
Yeah.
Do you have any sort of instant fortress or anything like that to keep us safe in?
Oh, yeah, hang on a second. I think I put that in my back pocket.
I have
Not in
Zone
this
of Truth.
campaign.
I'll cast Zone of Truth if that helps.
Do you... He stops and thinks for a moment and says, it would appear very likely that Strahd has been scrying upon your party.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Did you, by chance, did one of you put yourselves in a situation where he may have obtained some article of clothing or a lock of hair or something that was personal to you?
In over 30 sessions, I have no idea.
Yeah.
You tell us, DM.
Well, You guys did sleep in the Vistani camp on at least one occasion.
Yeah.
So that may have been, and that kind of roughly coincides when I had you guys start making those checks, and you may have started or not noticed things, scrying sensors and so forth. You've actually been fairly resilient when I've rolled it, but you
Is
guys.
there a chapel that's a consecrated chapel that we could head to?
Yeah, is there anywhere we could go within this place and barricade ourselves in? Long enough to get a rest?
I
Well,
doubt that.
unfortunately, Esmeralda was the one that knew the most about this place.
Yeah.
Well, we've been through a few places in here.
Yeah. But the chance of any place being actually consecrated within these walls, I think, is
Pretty
fairly
damn slim,
remote.
yeah.
Well, what I guess what I'm saying is, how long did it take us to get up here?
Not that long.
Was it days or hours?
To get here from where?
From anywhere that might be consecrated.
Half a day.
Yeah, something like that. It wasn't that long, but
Well, yeah, Barovia itself is not large. I mean, once you... The trick is going to be... from where you can see very well from where you're at on the roof here that the drawbridge has been raised. So first you have to get off the roof, then you have to get onto the grounds, then you have to somehow get across the chasm where the drawbridge spanned, assuming that you aren't attacked by something in the meantime, not wanting you to escape. And then from there you'd have to make your way to some place of safety. From there it would just be overland travel as normal, but again, you could have random encounters and whatnot too.
Well, unless somebody has some healing on them, I'm going to have to burn one of my remaining slots in order to... Well, I'd like to save my slots in case we have to fight something. Because keep in mind, I can use my slots to increase my damage.
hang on a second. I got that.
You've got 2 clerics
Got
and a
that.
paladin. I don't think you're hurting for healing.
Well, I'm wondering if anyone would be willing to...
Yeah, but I also have that that Raven kind thing. I can do some really good healing with that. So let me pull that thing up.
Yeah, well, Van Richten's got a bunch of healing that he could cast if you want. You could bump up the levels. Let me just think here. What would he have? There's...
I'm gonna use that icon of Ravenloft, so I can heal one creature I can see within 30 feet. It's 3d8 plus 3. So I'm not using a spell or anything, so I might as well do that first.
Okay.
So, oops, yeah. There you go.
Okay,
14.
19.
Yep, 19.
I thought it was
22.
plus 3.
Yep, plus 3.
Plus 3. So 22.
Well, I wouldn't mind at least trying for short rest. I'd love to get my key points back. I only have 2 left.
We can take a short rest. It's only an hour. Can we at least hold ourselves up for an hour?
Hopefully.
Van Richten does have Magic Circle prepared. Let me just double check that this is doing what I would think it would do. You create a 10-foot radius, 20-foot tall cylinder of magical energy centered on a point in the ground that you can see within range. Glowing runes appear where it intersects the floor under the surface. You can choose an undead type, and the creature can't willingly enter the cylinder by non-magical means. If the creature tries to use teleportation or interplanar travel, do so, it must succeed on a charisma saving throw. Well, okay. Against Strahd, that might not be that great, but other creatures, they have disadvantage on attack rolls. Targets within the cylinder can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by that creature type.
Nice.
That's not bad.
So that would possibly afford some protection, at least enough to... It is a 1 hour duration, which would be enough for a short rest.
For a short rest, yeah.
Casting time's 1 minute, so you'd probably want to decide to do it ahead of time, but that would give you possibly enough chance for a short rest.
Let's go find some place to do that.
So, okay. Are you going to continue brandishing the sword while you wander around, Adrin? It does shed light.
If needed, yeah, I would. But if not, I don't need to.
Up to you.
No, I'd sheath it.
Okay. Da, da, da. Okay, and I can't remember that blue. Was that from something else? The blue aura?
That was from the sword.
Okay, I was trying to remember. So just turn that aura on and off. I think it's 30 feet. I think you can control it.
And if I need light, I can cast the cantrip on my staff or something, whatever, quarterstaff. Because I don't have dark vision, so.
Yeah, it's not pitch black out, but so you can see
Well,
yourself.
I think we should go inside at least, not stay out in the
Yes,
frickin'
right.
rain.
All right, I pick up Esmeralda.
Well, I'm voting down is easier than going back up.
Sure.
So where you're at right now, yeah, basically any movement. If you're going to try and carry your body, you're going to have to make checks anyway.
I'm gonna try to
I
carry
could
11.
carry your body, but I'm guessing that my 10 strength won't help very much.
Yeah, I'm going
Well,
to
I have
say
18 strength, so.
Yeah, but I can move without worrying about falling off the roof.
Oh.
the boundaries around where you're at is basically this roof is overlooking the ramparts, and you can kind of see that, like down here and here.
So how far is it from? So let's. In this
Yeah.
section, this is in the middle, right?
Yeah, I had that up before. I've got to pull it up again. Give me a minute to look through the 10 maps of Ravenloft to find the one I want.
Well, I'm looking. Well,
It's
I'm guessing there's a low point, like right there, where my character.
that's actually that's basically a trough, but so
Yeah, so
but
how
you're
far-
talking like a 5-foot difference in height.
So how far is it from this low point in the roof to the rampart?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking up. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I'm trying to find it. Here we go. The roof top. 40 feet. So I would say maybe at the bottom it would be like 35, and the top it would be 45. So 40.
So we could do a rope, and
Mm-hmm.
I could let people down, and then I could just walk down the surface down to the rampart.
That sounds good. In fact, to keep things simple, I'm not going to have tons of climb checks while you navigate around trying to maneuver her body. Just everyone make one athletics check, and I'm sorry, you could be a dexterity acrobatics check.
Do I need to do that?
Everyone make that. Well, you've got the sticky feet, don't you?
Yep.
Okay,
Either.
so no, you do not.
Acrobatics.
Dexterity
What?
acrobatics, yep. And let me
Alright,
see
either
if...
one.
You said
Either one
athletics?
sucks for me.
no, dexterity acrobatics.
Oh, I can't do either.
No, you can do dexterity acrobatics. Okay. Let's see. The DC was 15. If you fail by 5 or more, you slide off the edge of the roof and fall 40 feet to the parapet below.
There you go.
Perfect.
Rickton rolled a 1. And not that everything automatically fails, but that's definitely more than 5 off. The tiger got a natural 20.
Weren't we? Didn't we have something? We were under some kind of bless or some kind of like.
No,
Plus.
we kept sliding and slipping, and
No, but didn't we have like a D4 plus D4 or something spell? I don't know.
that was a
something.
while ago.
All right.
Yeah, I would think any spell in your
All
discussions.
right. Well, then I yell as I'm falling off. Meet you down there.
Okay, I'll just go ahead
So
and
we're
do
down there.
I don't know where we'd be.
chat window.
I follow the sliding characters down.
Listen for the very loud thud.
Okay, everyone takes a whopping 8 points of damage if they failed.
Oh, that's plenty.
But you would wind up basically on the ground beneath, or not on the ground, but on the walkway.
Where I am? Up on top
No,
of the map?
right there,
Where?
right where Adrin is.
Okay.
Okay.
I was assuming that's where you were making for.
I was following wherever everybody wanted to go. Did I have Esmeralda with me?
Yeah, her body just kind of flops to the thuds to the ground beneath you.
Well, she's
Somebody
really-
will need to move Jugs wherever he is. I don't know where he is.
Yeah, I don't know where he went. Didn't he go
he was
inside?
up in the tower.
Yeah, he was going
he shooting
inside.
spells down from up above.
Where the hell?
Yeah, he's still up
yeah,
there.
he's way down. He's in some staircase.
I know which one.
He's next to the one with the heart.
Yep.
Just scroll
Yeah.
down from where we are right now.
Yeah, just scroll straight down.
Oh, there he is. He's okay. I actually have that numbered, and it's right there where his token is. Okay, so I will make a save for him. Jugs, where's your character sheet? Why don't I see him? Here we go. Because he did. This was acrobatics. Oh, look at that!
Wow.
Except for the tiger, he showed everybody up.
He dances down.
So, okay, so you guys all make it down to the walkway, and with that, I'm actually going to go ahead and move you to the map that actually has that on it.
Okay.
Let's see. I think it would have been, yeah, it's basically where you guys came in. Okay, give me a second here. Oh, I already had you guys on that map. Let me just get rid of those. You're doppelgangers. There. Okay, so you guys are on the parapet of the castle wall. You can see the courtyard beneath you. And you came this way before when you went up and entered the... That's the tower with a Heart of Sorrow in it.
Hmm. Do I go back into the circular stairwell or someplace we haven't been before? What do you guys think?
Well, there's a trap door. Like up this ladder. And then similar one down here. Like
Is that a trap door?
looks
No,
like it.
it's
No.
actually, let me see here. It's basically these are hollowed out. So
Oh,
if you look at, basically there is a ladder here at your level, and this upper part here is above that. So it's,
so like
they're like
to
battlements.
to shoot. Okay.
Well, the only question I have is I'm under 35 hit points, so I'm under half.
You're right.
So does anybody else have any healing?
Yeah.
Yes, Rictavio was going to offer it, but then things got moving. So I can have him do, let's see, I think I can do an enhanced.
Because I'm not afraid to find and fight something if I'm not going to drop on the first round.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
let
do
me-
a cure wound on you too.
That's what he was
Thank
going to
you.
do. So his ability modifier
Do it.
is...
Level 5. There you go.
Cool, thank you.
And Cure Wounds gives the... It just, when you boost it, it just ups the dice. So he will do that.
Anybody else?
Rictavio
back
gives
up.
you 23 hit points.
All right, I'm back up to top, tip top. Thank you.
I'm only down 12. I can live without it.
Rictavio can cure you as
Sure.
well.
Might as
Okay.
well.
Might as well be topped off if we meet.
If you're only
something.
down 12, he'll just do slightly enhanced. Oh, perfect.
There you go.
There we go.
And that is starting to. I think he's got a couple left, but that he could convert, but slots.
It does. What does Jugs look like, Paul?
Looks like a half orc. Hit point wise, though, he's pretty much. I don't even know if he got hit.
Yeah, I don't think so. I'm gonna zap one on myself then.
Hey, I see Kyle. Let me see if I can add him and scatter everyone to the four winds on my chat. Here we go. There he is.
Hey,
Howdy.
14.
Okay, I just got to rearrange everyone to the right spot. Okay.
All right, I'm good.
Bear with me while I do this fun part of the job.
Didn't miss much, Kyle.
We fell off
No.
the roof.
You died. We brought you back to life. You died again, and then yeah,
that's where we're at. All right.
yeah. Then we said fuck it. We're taking your body along.
Sounds good.
Yeah, you guys have decided you want to take a short rest. Van Richten can cast Magic Circle, which lasts an hour, which may help if you are attacked. It doesn't provide complete sanctuary, but it helps. But you guys talked it over. Van Richten's pretty convinced that if you try to leave, you're going to get attacked. Plus, you got to get to the ground, get over the closed drawbridge over this huge 1,000-foot chasm, and possibly getting attacked at the same time. So, the consensus was you were going to look for a place to hole up. So you got down from the roof onto this parapet on a lower level, and this is where you initially were when you fought that suit of armor and then found the entrance to the tower containing the Heart of Sorrow.
Okay.
So it's still windy out and cloudy, but the rain, the thunderstorm has pretty much abated. It's still not very pleasant out here, though.
All right, I would say we find a room on this level and try to hole up here. So maybe, do we want to go in and
Yeah,
check
that's
out
what
that door?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, let me find that map again. Okay, so you are going in where?
Up on top, like here, and then
Where's here? Oh, okay, through the Heart of Sorrow Tower and then going...
Yeah.
Okay.
and down the hallway.
Okay, yeah. If you did explore briefly that set of alcoves that looks off to the west from there, that was lined with a bunch of statues, right, in alcoves. You did not explore to the far end of it, however.
Nope.
You just kind of
I'll
glanced.
walk in first.
Okay. Why doesn't everyone else get where they are first?
I thought we were going to go down here. Are we going to go through the Hall of Statues?
Oh, I have no idea. Is we going down to the door?
I mean, we could look and see what's down here.
I don't care. I'll walk where everybody wants to go.
Let's open this one.
Okay.
All right, so you're going to ignore the hallway with the statues and
For
proceed to the door?
moment, at least.
Okay. Let's see. Let me just see what's on the other side of that room. I don't think... Stairs... No, I don't see anything that says that it's anything but a door, and it's not locked as far as I can tell.
Okay.
Does have a standard opening mechanism if you wish to try it.
I will prepare myself here in case the statues do anything.
Who wishes to open it?
You want me to open it with Mage Hand?
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna stand back and open the door. with
Okay.
Mage Hand. I don't know if you're coming with, or if you want to stand next to it. All right.
I'm in the process of revealing. Okay, so if you have the sword sheathed, Adron.
If we're gonna step into a new room, no.
Okay, so you have the sword out and it's casting its light.
Yep.
Let me just tweak this a bit because it does have bright light only 15. The dim light is at 30 there. Okay, so that room,
perfect.
the door opens to reveal a blazing hearth fire filling the room with rolling waves of red and amber light. The walls are lined with ancient books and tomes, the leather covers well oiled and preserved through careful use. All is in order here. The stone floor is concealed beneath a thick, luxurious rug. In the center of the room, a large low table, waxed and polished to a mirrored finish. Even the poker in its stand next to the blazing fireplace is polished. Large, overstuffed divans and couches are arranged about the room. 2 chairs of burgundy-colored wood with padded leather seats and back cushions face the hearth. A huge painting hangs over the mantelpiece in a heavy, gilded frame. The rolling firelight illuminates the carefully rendered portrait. It is an exact likeness of Irina Kolyana.
Interesting.
I step in.
Okay, you step in, and amazingly, nothing happens immediately. So you've got, fireplace, bunch of really nice furniture, and a whole bunch of books and stuff on the walls.
Now is that a rug on the floor or is that
Yeah.
Yes, great big, luxurious.
Taking a rug.
Yes,
It's like a great place to rest to me.
it does. It does look like the most comfortable place you've seen in this castle.
These things are bookshelves there.
Yes, the entire
Okay.
there's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bookshelves in all. So there's just tons and tons of books here, and they're all in really, really good condition.
But this is probably his favorite room in the castle.
And the fire is lit.
I think we should check these doors real quick because we have no idea what's on the other side of them before
Yeah.
we decide to rest.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and there's another one on the south end too. It looks like.
Yeah.
Yes, there is a double doors leading west. Actually, to the east.
Oh, is that
is-
a?
That's where the fireplace is. Okay, so
Yeah.
so there's double doors. No.
Yeah. Double doors there, and then
There's a
another
door on the north
there.
end.
Oh, okay. I see. I was confused. Hang on. There's a single door to the south. Yeah, and the fireplace actually is not revealed. That's why I was confused. Give me a second here. There. That's why I was confused.
Oh, wow.
That's a big fireplace.
Yes. And you're very comfortable in here. If you estimate that within minutes of standing by the fire, your clothes would dry off. So you do, so you can, if you want to explore the doors, there's a single door leading south and double doors leading to the west.
Pick one and let's do it. After everybody's inside, I'm going to take a look at this door and see if we can somehow latch it or
Lock it there.
There is no locking mechanism that you can see on the door.
Is there any way I could spike it shut or?
Do you have spikes?
I have a priest pack, so let's see what's in a priest pack.
Does it open easily?
Don't all priests come have spikes?
I have wooden stakes.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's going to work on stone.
Oh, I gotta let you control her body, Clytus.
What's that?
I gotta let you control Esmeralda.
Okay. I'm thinking of putting her on the fire once we're done resting.
It's big enough.
Okay.
it's
Well, then I
huge.
won't bother.
But I was going to wrap her up in the rug first.
The rug is huge and it's got a lot of really heavy furniture on it, including
Well,
bookshelves.
I know, yeah, it'll take a while to clear it. I do not have, unless an alms box can suddenly become a spike, then I do not have spikes. Priest pack sucks, man.
Unless you find some way to cut the rug up, you're not going to move it out from under the bookshelves and the
Alright, that's
table
fine.
and the chairs. Unless
Can
you
we
wanted to spend a whole day trying to do that. There are literally thousands of books on these shelves.
I could wrap her up in Arena, the painting of Arena. That would piss off Strahd. And I'm
I
all
have a
about that.
blanket. I have a blanket you can use.
Van Richten gives you a really strange look.
Well, I want to wrap her up because I don't want to just throw her on a fire and be like, woohoo!
Like I said, you can use my blanket.
All right. Well, for now, I'm just gonna put her down on like the floor, or I'm gonna put her on one of the divans. The rest of you guys can rest somewhere else.
Okay. So yeah, as far as your query goes, the doorway
I can't move her.
No, I'll put her down there somewhere. I
Okay.
didn't give you control, so.
All right. I'm just gonna put her on one of the divans.
I'm gonna
now.
go open that door.
Okay, so Adrian, you go to the west double doors. The doors are not locked as far as you can tell, so they will open. And I get my polygon reveal tool again because they're so much fun. And I'm just going to do this like this because it's easier. Yeah, fuck it. You guys would know there's nothing there. Okay, so you open the door and you see the following. Sweet smells waft from this delicately lit room. A great arched window along the west wall is covered by heavy red draperies, their golden tassels glinting in the light of 3 candelabras sitting atop small tables about the room. Tall white candles burn with bright, steady light. A large bed, canopied by silk curtains, sits with its headboard against the north wall. Carved into the headboard with great skill is a large Z. Lying amid the velvet and satin sheets and bedclothes is a young woman in a nightgown. One of her dainty slippers has fallen to the floor at the bed's foot.
You
Since
don't
I got the
recognize her?
sword out, I'm gonna walk up and make sure that the sunlight hits her. See if she starts to burn.
She actually appears to be asleep. As
still
you
gonna
approach,
walk
she
right
does not
there.
change in. She's still. I mean, unless you're making a lot of noise trying to wake her up.
I'm not.
Okay.
You don't recognize her, do you?
You have never seen this young woman before.
So my question is, does the sunlight burn her skin?
Her skin does not appear to react in any way to the sunlight.
Dude, a normal chick. What the deuce?
And the doors close.
Wake her up.
Okay. Well, you're in
Wake
the
her
other
up,
room.
Paul. No, I know. I'm saying, Paul, wake her up.
I go. Excuse
okay.
me?
She kind of starts and then looks at you and then goes, ah! Like screams as loud as a young woman can.
I hold the hands up and go, dude,
Well,
relax.
she's not a dude.
Relax. Not gonna hurt you unless you're trying to hurt me.
Okay, so yeah, she well, what would be good persuasion check probably would be in order here.
Sure. I got a really high charisma. That's gonna work out well.
She screams even louder. Ah!
Bring the tiger in. That'll help.
Actually, wait.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. Wait, bring in the tiger. Bring in the tiger. Bring in the tiger.
I
Okay.
run in there and try. Calm her down.
If you want to, but Van Richten rolled a 1 on his intuition type check, and he thought you were in trouble, so he actually did bring the tiger in.
Wait.
And she now goes, ah! Seeing a big tiger in the room, along with this guy with this flaming sunlight sword.
So I sit down on the edge of the bed, right there.
Okay, she kind of scrambles towards in the
That's
corner.
fine, and I do absolutely nothing. I'm going, calm down.
I come in.
Are you going to try and intimidate her now?
No.
Okay.
I come
I'm
in.
not
I'm gonna
intimidating
try to calm her down.
Yeah, me too.
Calm down, Lassie. So 21.
Okay.
Better.
All right. Well, I'll treat both your rolls as a group check. So yes, combined, you get her to stop screaming anyway. But she is looking like frantically around at all of you, and she says, "Who are you? What are you doing in my bedroom?"
Chair.
Who are you? We just got attacked by a bunch of vampires, and we were looking for a place to rest.
There are vampires out there.
Yeah, there are. Who are you?
I am Gertruda.
Where are you from?
Gertruda. Good name.
Where are you
sh-
from?
I'm from Barovia. And you do remember that actually Gertruda is the name of the girl, or the daughter of the woman who you met long ago in the village of Barovia, who had disappeared.
29 sessions ago.
Ah.
Yes.
I said, well, for now, I'm just going to call you number 2 until we know each other better. How did you get here?
I was brought here by the Count
For what purpose?
because I wanted to be on my own. I mean, away from the town.
And you came here?
Well, the Count promised he would take care of me, and he has.
You do know he's a fucking vampire, right?
She looks at you like, what do you mean? He's not a vampire.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's not only a vampire, he is the vampire.
That's silly. He has done nothing but take care of me since he brought me here.
that's because
Why do you
you're-
think he is a vampire?
Well, I don't know, because he turned my girlfriend into one and has been attacking us ever since we got to this crazy place. And we saw him as a vampire.
You know, I think
She
this
wasn't
is-
really your girlfriend, Clytus.
Yes, she was.
It was
Hey.
in your mind. How
I'm the,
about
only, I'm the only one who could write that story, and I say she was my girlfriend.
all I gotta say is if she doesn't think this guy's a vampire, then this is where we sleep.
Yeah, no kidding.
We sit here for an hour, and if he comes in and attacks us and shows his vampire fangs, then she'll know.
Right. Good idea.
Okay.
Look,
Does
we
her
were like-
knowing keep us safe?
No, it just proves her wrong. Just say, look at that bitch.
I say, look, we really need a place to rest. We're hurt. We're tired. We just need to rest for an hour. Do you mind if we just stay here for an hour?
There were some doors at the end. I didn't want you to forget that either. You rolled well enough on your persuasion that she thinks it over and says, "Well, okay, if you promise not to hurt me." I still think you're wrong though about the Count.
No.
I lost my Barovian accent there, but it doesn't really. I don't know how to do whiny Barovian.
I go sit in the chair and rest.
I say, what's through those doors over there on this south wall?
That is a good question. What would she? Oh, she says that's the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
It's a big ass bathroom.
Yeah, that.
Good, I gotta go to the restroom.
All right, so we all rest for an hour.
Okay, so you're gonna rest in
Midnight
there.
drugs?
Are we resting in that room?
Yes.
Yeah, why
I'm
not?
gonna drag this couch in there.
The one with Esmeralda.
No, the one I'm sitting on.
No, I'm gonna drag Esmeralda in. I'm gonna say, you see this girl?
Okay, she sees the dead body of Esmeralda, and she doesn't start screaming and get her eyes get really wide and
I say
terrified.
Strahd did that.
Why would Strahd do this? Why are you saying these awful things about Strahd? I don't understand.
Look, I'm sure he can be very charming when he wants to be, but when he turns on you, that happens.
Well, he knows that I am nothing but. I don't want to say it. I am nothing but well behaved. So he will not turn on me.
Well, that's good. I'm glad for you. And we will not hurt you. We have no intention to harm you whatsoever, unless you attempt to harm us.
I don't want to hurt you. How long
Well,
are you going to stay in here?
An hour.
An hour or so.
Okay, well, Van Richten, so you want to sleep there, Adrian? Van Richten was actually going to trace the circle,
Oh yeah.
roughly
wherever.
around this where the rug is, just to
Sure,
make
okay.
things easy.
Just
And I-
move us all in the rug area.
Yeah. So he's gonna do
I say,
that.
hey, I'm only a dwarf. I don't take up much room.
Kitty will sleep on the edge here.
It's hitting on her now.
Um,
She has a funky hairstyle.
Yeah.
yeah, what does she look like? She actually looks like somebody famous faced in her illustration. Anyway, so yeah, she's not very old, but she's not like a little girl either. She's like, I don't know, maybe in her. It doesn't actually give her age, I don't think, but she's been described as a young woman. So
Well, when Van Richten casts a spell, I want to ask her about, like, her. And say, look, people in the town thought you disappeared, and you were, people were scared, and they don't know where you are.
well, I didn't want to.
Mother's worried.
Yes, I thought she might be, but ever since I was a little child, I've been sheltered by her, and I was never allowed to leave my home. So finally, I couldn't stand living in that depressing village another moment, so I slipped away and made my way to this castle. And Strahd, like I said, Strahd was very gracious and invited me in and has taken care of me since. I can't imagine he's this monster that you've been describing.
Well, you were sheltered because he is that monster.
She just looks confused.
Well, you should at least get a note to your mom, tell her you're okay.
Would you be able to deliver a note to my mother? I don't want to make her feel bad.
Sure, if we make our way out of here without dying, we'll make some sort of. We will take a message. What do you want us to tell her?
Oh, just hold on right here. I've got some parchment and a quill pen. She runs over to. I'm imagining there's a desk here somewhere or some place some writing utensil that she can grab, or she can go to the study next door and grab one. And she starts penning out a note.
Okay.
I
I assume Van Richten cast the spell.
Yes, it took him a minute. He cast it, and once Gertruda returns with the note, she kind of holds it out to you, Clytus,
All right, I'll take it.
and says, "If you could deliver this to my mother, I would be very, very grateful. Thank you very much."
Well, we will do our best. I cannot guarantee circumstance will allow us to, but if we can, I promise you we will.
Okay. Well, she says she's gonna. If you guys don't have any other questions or things to ask her, she's gonna try and go back to sleep too.
That's fine. I don't care.
Although Van Richten actually says, "Child, before you go back to bed, are there any other people here in this castle that you've seen?" And she stops and thinks for a moment and says, There was a nice lady who Strahd brought in and said that they were going to get married."
Where's she?
I don't know. I don't really leave this room all that much, except when I go out and dine and Strahd brings me food. He lets me read all of his books and keeps me very entertained, and sometimes I walk around the parapets, but I've only seen this other lady once. She looks again at Esmeralda's body and says, "I think I saw her maybe once or twice wandering around."
And this other girl looks just like the big portrait.
In the library or in the study.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, she does. She actually, now you mention it, does look very, very close to that. I thought that Strahd had painted that of her.
No, that's actually a very old painting.
Now, how much time does Strahd spend in that study?
Oh, that's a good question.
Damn.
Yes, he goes in there fairly often, actually. Sometimes he sits and stares into the fire. Other times he'll stare up at that painting. He must think an awful lot of that woman. Every once in a while he'll root through the books looking for something in particular, but a lot of those books, though, are I wouldn't even begin to understand what they're about.
If you need to talk to Strahd, what can you summon him? How do you communicate with him?
Usually I go out and find him.
Okay.
And Van Richten says, so you've not seen any other children here? And she looks at Van Richten and says, no. But I'm not a child.
No, but there are missing children in Barovia who we've been told may be in this castle. So if you do see them, could you, if we see you again, would you let us know?
Where can I find you?
Well, if we do happen to cross paths, I don't know.
Okay. And she then rolls over and closes her eyes and
All right.
goes to sleep.
All right, we rest for an hour.
Okay, so let me see what might happen here. Okay. Oh, that's very interesting. Okay. All right. So this would be about maybe 10 minutes shy of the hour-long rest. And there is a knock on the door. Boom,
Don't
boom,
answer
boom.
it. Wait 10 minutes.
Go away, I'm resting.
Yeah.
I'm serious. Don't answer it. I'm resting. I don't care.
Okay, you hear a voice that you have not heard before call out, Gertruda, open the door.
I'm gonna look at her. I'm gonna shake my head no.
Let me actually see if she woke up. Yes, she did. She says, I'm busy. And there's like silence on the other side of the door for a moment and says, what do you mean you're busy? Open the door. And she looks kind of at you and, I can't.
Tell them you're not decent.
I'm not decent.
Give me 10 minutes.
You hear chuckling on the other side of the door. I guess, were you guys trying to do this quietly or stealthily?
Yes.
Okay, I want everyone who said something to roll a stealth check.
That's why I was just shaking my head.
Okay, well, Jugs, you don't have to.
Oh, that's not terrible.
Okay.
It's not awful. It's not great.
No, but we'll just see if anyone heard. Okay, so the door actually isn't opened, but you do hear a knocking repeated. Come along, Gertruda. Open the door.
I just look at these guys and I whisper, we're not going to have 10 more minutes of rest with this going on.
Okay. Let's all hide in the bathroom.
Okay, well, what I'm going to say is that you're close enough that you'd get the benefit of a short rest. I'm not going to nitpick over a few minutes. This was literally at the end of the session. So if you guys want to do the benefits of a short rest, apply your hit dice so you can...
I say, well, I say to them, Gertruda, tell them to come in.
You don't want to hide in the bathroom?
No.
No.
Okay.
We're gonna have to fight something sooner or later.
All right.
Come in. Okay, and the doorway opens, revealing on the other side a figure you've not seen before. He's kind of tall, dressed kind of like a dandy. He's got kind of long, flowing blonde hair, very pale face, and as he opens the door, he sees all of you sitting there,
I say,
and
join the slumber party.
and the tiger goes, and is
Well, then I walk up to him and
remember, we're in the
I want to
circle.
shake his hand.
No,
I
we're in
walk
the
up,
circle.
my sword's out in one hand, and I said, "Hi, how you doing?"
okay. Well, as you're approaching him, he says, "Oh, hold on there, pal. Hold on, back off, back off. I don't want anything to do with that device you've got there in your hands."
Why not?
Does it burn?
Sunlight, vampire.
Oh, you're a vampire.
No, I'm a mummy.
See, I go to Gertruda. See, he's either a vampire or a
Gertruda,
mummy.
you, why don't you go back to sleep? I need to entertain our guests here.
Well, come on in. It's a slumber party.
I would love to, but I don't want to get too tan. You see, it does terrible things to my skin.
No, it would actually. I think it would be very
Whoa!
healthy glow. for you.
Chugs, you just kind of
Yeah, I'm
sidle
just
right
gonna
up to him.
walk up to him.
Okay, he,
I'm not gonna say anything.
he kind of looks you up and down. Hello,
Who are you?
Half orc.
I am Escher.
Ash?
Oh, I love your prints. They're really cool. The ones
Yeah.
with this little, like
The
geometric.
stairs and stuff. Yeah.
No relation to MC, I'm afraid.
People get me confused all the time.
That's right. Besides, if I was him, do you think I would design such a castle as this? Not that I designed it. But in any case.
So are you pro Strahd or anti Strahd? Just checking.
Asking for a friend.
Yeah. We're taking a poll.
That's a very good question.
It's a political thing, you know.
I would say at the moment, Strahd's not my favorite person.
Oh, why is that?
Well, we used to be a lot closer in the past, but his attentions have wandered as of late. And that pisses me off.
Does it?
It
Does it?
does.
Well,
Yes.
we're looking for a woman that he claims is his bride. You wouldn't have to know
Oh,
where she is.
the bride. Yes, the bride. And he
I
kind
think
of.
that's who he's jealous of. Right
Yes,
there.
he's been incessantly droning on about the bride and the wedding and everything. Gets very tiresome after a while.
I can
But
imagine.
what are you, fine
We'll take her
gentlemen?
off your hands, you know, if that'll help things.
It wouldn't hurt, I'm sure. Well, it might hurt Strahd, but fuck Strahd.
Exactly. That's what we say.
You sound just like Clytus.
Really?
He says that all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
It's too bad you're undead, but, you know.
Yes, it is too bad, isn't it? Although it has its benefits, but it does have its drawbacks at times as well. In any case, what were you doing in Gertruda's room, if I might
Oh,
ask?
just resting. We came upon her. She seems like a nice girl.
She is very nice.
So, what's your plans for her? What's the story?
Well, it was actually time for me to bring her breakfast, or to bring her out for breakfast, I should say.
Yours or hers?
Well, the plan was hers. As far as I know, Strahd would probably squash me like a bug if I were to actually indulge upon her. But
Why
I don't.
does Strahd keep her here?
Why does Strahd keep any of us here?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Well, the rest of you are vampires, but she's not.
No, and that makes it somewhat even more infuriating. But Strahd is Strahd. He's been here a long time. I'm sure he gets bored. I don't know what goes on in that head of his. But occasionally, he will bring people from the village below that catch his fancy. They
Does
usually
he-
don't last very long, but
What does he do with them when he's bored with them?
when he's bored with them, either he turns them into a spawn like myself, or he sometimes can toss them over the cliff's edge if he loses enough patience with them. I don't really know. He usually doesn't involve me in those sorts of things.
So, were you a villager once?
I was a nobleman, not a villager.
Oh, but from Barovia or from elsewhere?
From around. Here and
So,
there.
Gertruda, I'm assuming this is all within her earshot. I'm hoping she's hearing some of this.
She actually went back to bed, or turned over, and she's facing away from you.
Okay.
So you can't really tell if she's awake or asleep.
Okay. So, all right. Well, so like, we're here now. What's your plan?
What's my plan?
Yeah. Now you know we're here. What are you gonna do about that?
What would you like me to do about that?
Oh, nothing at all. I'm just wondering if you have any plans.
Can you tell us where Strahd's coffin is?
Yeah, like, would you help us? I don't know, take him out?
Well, I think that would be a mite suicidal on my part to directly go
Well, he doesn't. We won't tell him.
go up against Strahd would definitely be not in my best interest. But
Yeah, but you don't have to. You don't have to directly. Yeah.
I may be able to help you out in other ways. If you were to... I'm tired of being under Strahd's boot heel. Let's put it that way. Since he's grown tired of me, he's become very tiresome. So, if you indeed can, say, enact a bit of regime change around these parts, I might be freed. While I am in his thrall, I cannot directly oppose his orders. But that doesn't mean that he controls me entirely.
So, given that there's a piece of paper and there's a pen and a quill, I say, can you draw us a map of the mansion?
I'm not going to spend all the time drawing a map of this infernal place. In any case, I have not been to all the rooms myself.
Oh.
But
We just need help to find him and his wife.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we would like to.
And his coffin.
Yeah.
We would like to take her away from all this.
We would like to congratulate them if you could just
Yes.
send us in their direction. We're just.
We were invited to the wedding.
Yeah, technically we were.
I see. Well, here's the thing. I have only been into the catacombs once. I know his tomb is in there. He has never invited me into his bed there, shall we say. But I do know that it is...
Is that what
jealous
angers
about.
you?
Why? Does it show? But the catacombs are very extensive. I do know that he is likely in the southernmost portion of it. Or at least that's where I've seen him walk towards once or twice that I've been down there. But he also visits other areas. I know that the tomb of his mother and father are there, the tomb of his brother, and many, many, many other tombs as well that I haven't the foggiest idea of who they are or why they're down there. There are also lots of undead, lots of bats, and lots of other creatures and traps. So I don't go wandering around there very often. But...
How do you get to the catacombs?
well, there are many ways.
Which way would be the way that Strahd would think that we would know?
I have no clue what he would or wouldn't know about you or what dealings you've had with him in the past. I'm sure that resourceful folks like you can find your way to the tomb, the lowest level of a castle. Although I will grant you that this castle is wonkier than most. But there is a stairway, and he points to the northwest corner of the study, that leads down to the larders. And from there, you should be able to find your way down to the lower level fairly easily.
Be right back.
And where does the bride reside?
The bride. He's kept her in various locations, but lately she's been showing some, shall we say, resistance. So I think he's actually been keeping her down in the crypt, if I'm not mistaken, although I don't know where. And Van Richten then again pipes in, and he again asks, so what do you know of the child? And Escher blinks a couple times and says, the child. And Van Richten says, yes, it was reported there was a Vistani child who was heading in the direction of the castle some days ago. Did she arrive here? And Escher says, oh, the child. Yes. Yes, she's quite a mystery, isn't she? Yes, Strahd may soon be finding other playmates than young Gertruda. He lowers his voice slightly as he says that. And Van Richten says, do you know where she is? And Escher says, I do not know. And Van Richten looks a bit disappointed at that. And then Escher kind of looks at each one of you in turn and says, so what is your plan?
We want to get rid of Strahd.
Oh, not in general. I meant right now. What are you planning to do? If you wish, I could create some sort of diversion. Strahd, I know, was recently out on the ramparts, and then he actually looks over at Esmeralda's body and says, oh, yes, you found him. But he is very likely down in the catacombs or thereabouts at the moment, having come in this way as a bat. So if you wish, I could attempt to distract him in some way or draw his attention away, allowing you to perhaps sneak in.
Might not be a bad idea. We can hide in his coffin, and then when he gets in it, yeah.
Sounds like an excellent plan. Very good. Okay. I am going to head out now, and I will attempt to draw him out. I will say that you are pillaging, say, the study. This study. He has many fine books here. I'm sure he would not want them damaged in any way, so perhaps I can lead him back up towards the study.
Perfect.
Does that sound like a good plan?
It does.
Very good. I do need to try and find him myself, but I will try to bring him up in a way that is away from you folks.
Give us about a 15-minute head start, though.
Well, it should likely take me more than 15 minutes to make my way down there myself, so that should not be a problem. But, yes, yeah, best of luck to you. Hoping you won't be joining me soon as other Thralls of Strahd. How do you say that in a plural? In any case.
I believe thrall is both singular and plural.
Thrall of Strahd, yes. Very good. Your vocabulary is impressive. I shall be off now. Best of luck to you all.
Yeah, I hope we don't meet you again as well.
Likewise. And he heads out and goes back through that doorway.
All right, I say, hey, Gertrude, did you catch that?
She says, I'm trying to sleep.
That was a no.
Wow, she is dumb. All right. So, all right, well, he just said they were either going to kill you or turn you into a vampire. So, you want to sleep, that's cool by us. But if I were you, I'd look to get the hell out of Dodge. I pick up Esmeralda. I close the door here. I say, anybody want to help me with this? And then when I leave, I'm going to close this door. I'm going to grab that painting of Arena. I'm going to cut it out. I'm going to roll Esmeralda up in that, and I'm going to throw her and the painting on the fire.
Van Richten will assist you
All right.
because he's head of special fondness, and he's obviously very sad that his former protege has fallen.
I'd help too.
Yep.
I'll sit and watch.
Jugs, you sap.
Sit
I
in a
just
chair.
I make sure the fire starts real. I stoke the sucker up, and I make sure it catches real nice. She gets a good burn on.
Keep casting fire bolts at the fire for you.
All right, thanks. And then as soon as we know she's like fully burning and going, then we can leave.
Okay, Clytus, make a perception check.
Yeah, because I have that super high perception.
Okay. All right, so you get the fire nice and stoked up. It actually was burning quite heavily already, but you flare it up even more and cast Esmeralda's bodies on the flames. Van Richten says a prayer for the dead from the Morning Lord as her body burns, and it starts to smell really bad in the study.
I figured it would, but that's all right. And the painting, is it going up?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
All right, boys. Is she burning real good?
She is definitely burning. Yes.
Real good.
Yes.
Really? All right. Let's get the hell out of here.
Okay, and Van Richten says, this is what are we part company, I'm afraid.
What? Where are you off to? Willis?
Yeah, what the hell?
What's she talking about, Willis?
Somewhere in this castle, there is a young Vistani child.
Well, we're going to look for her, too.
Yeah, she's safe if Strahd is dead. Let's do something about that.
Well, from what it sounds like, she is not in the same place where Irina would be. It sounds like your destiny is taking you closer to Irina, and I am much more interested in this child.
Well, I'm interested in getting everybody out of here who...
Yeah, I'm interested in freeing this land of Strahd. I don't care about just one person. I care about the whole land.
Yeah.
As long as I wear this hat, and he shows the hat of that he would use for disguising himself as Rictavio, Strahd cannot perceive where I am.
That is a mighty fine-looking hat.
It is very fetching. So I think that I would be able to move in relative stealth, at least to try and find this young child, especially while Strahd is being distracted by our new friend there.
All right, well, good luck.
If I find her...
No, that's cool. You want Strahd to be alive. It's cool. I get it.
Indeed, I do not, but I'm thinking this child may be part of the puzzle in remedying that situation.
All right, well, hopefully we can meet up with you again when...
I will seek you in the catacombs if I find... Whether or not I find this child, I will try and find you in the catacombs. Shall we say within the next 6 hours?
Sure.
If we live that long,
If we live that long, beers
I
on
look
me.
at my Apple Watch and I say, yeah, about 6 hours.
Synchronize. Go.
Countdown starts now. He says, very good. I will attempt to locate you later. But I wish you best of luck, and may our paths cross again under better circumstances.
Right back at you.
So he actually, hang on. All right, yeah, he rolled really shitty on his perception too, so he is going to go out the same way that Escher did. And
I'm sure everything's right on. I'm surprised he hasn't shown up right away. Let's get the hell out of here, guys.
Yeah.
Give me a second here. I think. Yeah, you see him actually. He takes a turn around that corner, like he's heading down that hallway. And his voice floats out. By the way, there is a stairway going down here.
Okay.
And then he's gone.
That guy said we should use this door, though. The other guy. Escher.
Let's. I guess. I don't trust Escher, but whatever.
I'm gonna say you guys figure out what we're gonna do, and then while you guys are just chatting, I'm gonna just keep grabbing books and throwing them in the fire.
Okay.
At least check them out, see if there's anything that might be valuable to us.
All right. Roll a d12.
Oh boy.
First book you grab is a book of exotic recipes.
Toss it.
Toss it.
I can give you a bunch of these if you want, or, I mean...
How about we do just 4 of them?
Okay, go for it.
Give him a D11.
That is a bestiary of strange beasts.
Written
By
by
J.K. Rowling.
Which,
That's what I was gonna
Yeah.
say.
High five.
Sick minds think alike.
That's right.
biography of a forgotten king or queen. I like that one. King or queen. They phrased that very well.
Burn it.
Maybe it's the Aerosmith album Kings and Queens.
Yes, and guillotines.
Or it's the King of Queens.
And the last one is a heretical text. You estimate that there's probably over 80,000 gold pieces worth of books in here because they're very unique and very pristine, and they burn very, very well.
Oh, he's down 4. Let's go.
Clytus, Clytus, before you do, make a perception check.
I thought we were getting the hell out of Dodge, guys.
I'm waiting on
Well,
you guys to
anybody
make a
else?
decision.
Clytus has his book burning to finish.
I'm not burning the books.
You Nazi.
Jugs is burning the books.
Oh, I'm sorry,
I'm
not
the one
Clytus.
burning
Jugs.
the books.
I'm sorry. I meant Jugs. I didn't mean to
better
impugn
roll. I need to
you in
roll the
any way there.
perception.
Okay, let's see. Yes, you actually notice that the back wall of the fireplace looks a little bit unusual. Like it's actually there's a groove there that might indicate some sort of
Secret.
or something.
Can we get back there without dying?
That's the trick. The fire is roaring very happily now with all the books and bodies and everything else that you've tossed in there.
I can create
Do you
water
point
in
it out
there.
to us?
We've tossed everything but the cookies.
Do you point it out to us? Because I could try to
Yeah, I say, hey
cast
guys.
Mage Hand and see if it can open it.
I say, hey guys, what's
Yeah.
that? Secret passageway.
You really can't, without getting right up there, it would be very difficult for you to try to manipulate it with a
Only
mage
we had monk
hand.
who could run through the fire really quick and not burn.
Yeah.
I say cast. I heard the cleric say create water. Is that a cantrip?
No, it's not. And I don't have it prepared.
And don't look at me, I don't know.
Yeah.
So I couldn't use a Mage Hand from like the standard 30 feet.
Well, Mage Hand only does 5 pounds.
Yeah, it's like 5 pounds of pressure.
Yeah, but-
You wouldn't be able to move a door, much less a stone wall.
You know, my
I
vote.
would think of regular doors.
If it was unlatched, maybe. But
You know what my
Yeah.
vote's going to be? Use your mage hand, pick up a log that's on fire, and stick it on a bookshelf. And stick it on 6 different bookshelves.
But the girl But the girl sleeping next door would
Yeah,
probably,
we don't want to burn her.
I want to burn her to death. I'm all for burning this place to the ground, but there are innocent people we're still trying to save.
Oh,
Fine.
Good
that
idea,
reminds
but we
me.
can come back and do that.
You know, because it looked like fun, I grabbed 2 books and tossed them in.
Okay. You grab
Yes.
2 books and toss them into the fire.
I,
Adrin, make a perception check.
I could ask for divine intervention.
You notice as you toss those books into the fire that the hair on the back of your hand has grown thicker and more luxurious than the last time you noticed. Just saying. Just something you noticed.
I thought we did the whole remove curse thing for the lycanthropy thing.
Did we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It was really trivial. That's right. I completely forgot about that. So
Oh,
it's just growing hair. It's just growing hairier.
Just because I gotta stop excusing myself for going to the bathroom.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry about that. Yeah, that was such a non-event. Remove curse. Okay, big deal. All right.
Which door are we going out?
Oh,
Are we gonna try to get through this secret door, or are we just gonna say screw it, come back
I
later?
mean, do you want me to try this divine intervention?
No,
Let's just
save
get the
that for
hell-
Strahd.
Let's get the hell out of Dodge, guys. Let's go
Yeah.
find this thing and get out of here.
Sure.
We know it's there. If we have a chance, we'll come back. We burn this place to the ground.
Okay.
Before
Open
we go,
that
though,
door.
I knock on the door and say, "Hey, Gertrude, we're out of here. Thanks for letting us stay here."
Okay, thanks for
Thank-
delivering my note.
Thanks
We'll
for
try.
having a really ditzy portrait. No.
All right, we head up.
Okay, so
Open that door.
you go to that door. Let me reveal that. That should be pretty easy. Dun, dun, dun. It is a stairway going down.
All right.
Let me just see
Okay.
if there's anything cute about it here. Behind the door lies a dark spiral staircase. Ooh, okay. They actually had text reading that.
Where do these stairs go?
They go down.
They go down.
They go
Let's
down.
go down.
Okay, so you guys are going to proceed. Let me get. Yeah, why don't you guys bunch together so I can select you all at once and move you to the level. Oh, I gotta move.
Everybody left. Nobody wants to be here.
Yeah, what the hell? Okay.
I'm here.
Okay, copy. That's going down to 83A. Let me find 83A. Oh, really? Okay. Okay, that's... I'm not even sure I'm going to move you to that section of the map because it's just like in transit. Fine, here I'll do it. Just so
Don't
you
do
know where you are relative to the rest of the map in transit. And I'll let you take a look there. Ah, wait the hell. So the staircase goes down and pretty much past the level where the larders, that's pretty much where you picked up Argynvost's skull, if you remember, in that room with all
Okay.
the bones and
Yep.
everything. The
Yep,
ossuary. So anyway, but you're actually bypassing that area entirely, continuing to walk down. And from there, it will go down another... You've actually descended about 70 feet down these stairs to get to this point. The stairway continues down another 130 feet to the Rooms of Weeping.
Oh, I hate the Rooms of Weeping.
So, Paul, could I ask you a question?
Yes.
Could I tie I know he's gonna try and use telekinesis again on my sword. Could I try like tie something to the hilt and around my waist so that if he ever tries to steal it, it would go. He pull out of my hand, but then he'd have to break the rope or something. Would that
Sure.
be possible?
Yeah, it'd be like an opposed strength check type thing. And actually, on top, you would need to make a strength check to get out of your hand, and then an additional strength check against something. I don't know what to break the rope, but it would give you like another round's worth of breathing room where you couldn't pull it away from you any further than the rope.
Okay. I'm gonna do that.
Okay, yeah, that's no problem. I'm sorry. You went down 130 feet from the rooms of weeping. That's where you were, where Gertrude's chamber was, and you're going down another 70 feet to the dungeon level.
Whoa, oh, oh,
Whoa, oh, oh. Okay, 73. What the hell room is that?
Well, it is Dungeons and Dragons.
What do you think they have down there?
Dragons?
Dragons.
Oh! Excellent. All right, hang on.
Right.
Okay, give me a second. I'll put you where you are. Where you're going to wind up anyway. All right. So, you guys wind up there.
In
Hey, we've
blackness.
been there before.
Yes, that's the teleportation device.
Oh.
Holy crap.
But we've explored this level.
Well,
Not fully.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, there's a
No.
lot of black on that level that you haven't seen.
Yeah.
No, I know.
So we could go like,
Yeah, I
up
would.
the
I would
stairwells
agree
there.
with that.
so like
Okay.
there.
Let's do it.
Okay. The moment you step into the room,
Sweet.
the two statues that have been on either side of the room
Yeah.
Yeah.
animate and step forward to attack you.
Sweet.
So let me get them in place and we can roll initiative here.
Well, I don't think that's very fair.
Oh, it's fair. Okay.
Fuck.
Oh boy.
I don't want to be here. I say we back. I say
Run
we
out.
Oh,
back
crap.
up.
I'm sorry, the dice roller kicked in.
It's okay. Can I reroll?
Okay, let me bring these guys up here on my other combat. Yeah, I actually forgot that those stairs wound up there. I get lost in this castle.
Holy crap, look at that.
Wow.
Here you go.
What the hell happened?
Rowan's a beast.
No doubt. Okay, so their dex is really bad.
Welcome to the game. Mine too.
That's a little better. Not much. Okay, so you guys have rolled. That's everybody. Let me go ahead. Wow, I'm so not used to having just 4 people.
Yeah.
Okay, looks like Rowan, you're gonna get to go first.
Alright.
You
Nice.
clearly see these statues animate. Let me,
Okay.
if you want, I
Damn.
can try and describe them again.
I say we don't have to fight them, you know. Just run past them.
I could try. Yeah. Is there any way out of this room?
Do they look bigger than a doorway? Like they couldn't fit through a doorway
No,
potentially?
they could squeeze through.
Damn
They
it.
could.
Yeah.
Yes, is that a yes?
Yes, they could squeeze through.
Yeah. Fuck a duck.
That's the best reaction.
Fuck a duck.
Oh, I got an idea.
Fuck a duck.
Oh yeah. Oh, they're 9-foot tall iron statues of knights on horseback, poised to charge with swords drawn.
Okay.
And now they're gonna charge.
Well, fuck a double
I
duck.
got an idea.
Yes.
I'm gonna do this.
Uh oh.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna do the move shit my pants.
Okay. Where are you going to put this wall of fire?
I'll put it along like
Draw
this
it.
line.
Draw a line.
Like,
All right, fine. I'll do it. Let's see. Polygon line. I don't want it purple. I want it orange. So where did you want it again?
I was gonna do it like along that.
Really?
Oh, okay. That works. It's blue fire.
Sure.
That
It's
works.
like Hellboy. Who's the chick on Hellboy?
Okay. So you cast a wall of fire. Can you... Oh, let's see. That's... can you bring up the description? Otherwise, I'll look
Yep.
it up.
Hang on.
Make sure the heat is facing not us.
Right.
Yeah, you can direct it in one direction versus another, if I recall correctly. So directing it towards the iron statues, I'm assuming.
There you go.
Oh, okay. Thank you. So it's 1 foot thick. So 1 foot think. I like that. 1 foot think.
I didn't type that.
I know. It's just kind of funny.
Actually, ooh.
What?
If you put it,
Well, it's already
it
down.
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
already done. I'm just trying to see on one side of the wall selected by you when you cast, it deals 5d8 fire damage to each creature that
Yeah.
ends its turn within 10 feet of that side or inside the wall. So basically anything within 10 feet of the side opposite the stairs is subject to that damage. Okay. Okay, and any movement, or is that it for your turn?
No, I'll just stay here, I guess.
Okay.
'Cause we're not out there yet. I can't get past them, so.
Adrin?
Move past your friend.
You can?
Yeah, you can go up the
Mhm.
stairs.
All right. I'll do that then. See. Oops.
Mini wall of fire right in the middle of the stairway.
All right. Yeah. I'll just go out here.
How-
Damn it, Rowan.
How think is your wall of fire?
I go over here and open up this door.
Okay, yeah, that's you remember that from before. It was a stairway going up. You've got plenty of movement, if I recall correctly, so you could
Yep,
very.
so I got about 50 more. Yeah, I'm gonna go up here and see what's there and say, we can probably outrun this.
As he runs to run away.
What? I
You
can't hear you.
what? You see how? What's your dark vision range?
Normal 60 feet. Well, I got the sword, so two.
Well, that gives
I
you
don't know.
30. I mean, it's
60 feet, I think. Is
okay.
dark
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You see a long ass hallway stretching off to the east. Okay. Golems.
I'm gonna go ahead, so I can do that. And since I'm not sure if my compatriots are gonna follow me, and I don't want to abandon them, I'm going
we'll
to
follow you.
dash back down here.
Okay, so you look up down the stairs. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. All right, the golems. Did I say that? The iron statues get to go. Like you didn't know what they were. Actually, one of them does. All right, so this guy on the right, he strides out of the fire, right through it without taking a lick of damage. In fact, well, yeah, you don't know what effect it might have on him, but he definitely doesn't seem to be impeded in any way, or even just shrugs it all off. He just walks right through the flames like it doesn't do anything.
No.
And
Good shot.
he's going to multi-attack Adrin. So he gets one attack.
Wow.
Yeah, he's going to do multi-attack. So first is he has this big ass sword in his hand. He swings. Let's see, plus 13.
I'm fucked.
Oh well, 19. That may not hit you.
That hits.
Oh, does it? Okay. So, okay, I don't really want to roll all that manually.
Armor class 12.
Wait. 17 points of slashing damage. The slam attack with his other hand, arm. 18?
Yep.
Oh, same damage. Oh, no, never mind. D8. Although it does actually more. 20 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, I'm running away.
And
If I survive.
So even though he would normally have to take damage, it didn't appear that he took damage.
he just walked right through the flames. You didn't recoil or seem bothered by
It's
them. in
made
any
out
way.
of metal, so maybe it doesn't affect him.
Yeah.
But it's done. Clytus' turn.
For some reason, my character sheet, my armor dropped to 12. I no idea why.
Didn't
So
that
I
happen
reset it.
before? I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't know what's causing it. I should be at 19, but so I changed it back, but it's just weird.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just gonna walk 5 feet. I take a 5-foot step, which means nothing in
Yeah.
this edition, and start wailing on it.
Okay. It's a magical greatsword.
Yep.
Let's see.
Does
It's
15
a
do anything?
15 does not. The 29 does.
Then I hit it for 13. Magical points of damage.
Magical. Okay, yeah, with your magical greatsword, you definitely do normal damage on it, but it's kind of disheartening how little of armor it scrapes off. Okay, the other golem. It's going to step forward again, right through the flames. Actually, just stops right in the middle of the wall of fire that you have up, seemingly not caring one bit about it, and it's going to, yeah, it does a. Ooh, this could be fun. It exhales poisonous gas in a 15-foot cone. Basically, would be Rowan and Adrin would both be possibly affected. So, Constitution saving throw is necessary. DC 19.
Wow.
Ouch. Gonna use your.
Sure.
Gonna use your sure. Right. So yeah, unfortunately, Rowan failed.
Yeah.
Either way, so if you made it, you take half of this.
Holy fuck, that would have killed me.
Yikes!
Uh,
37 points of full. What would math be? 17. No. 18 points. If you made half.
Damn.
I don't know.
Repeat that?
Ouch!
I am not hanging around.
We can go.
Jugs.
I don't know how this is. Fucked. I got no. Fuck.
Adrian is speechless. Fuck. First, though, Jugs gets to go.
All right. So I can cast lightning bolt and hit both of them, correct?
Yeah, although that line might. Well, you could barely skim Adrian. I'd say you'd be able to dodge out of it.
Doesn't Adrin have
He might have some
Dodge or whatever.
fancy footwork
Evasion?
type thing. Any case, you can. They're big enough that you can draw a line between them without hitting Adrian, I would say.
All right. I'm gonna cast a lightning bolt at them.
Okay.
Quick end, so it's a bonus action.
All right. Their deck sucks, so let's see. What's the DC they need here?
Hold on, I gotta figure out which level.
Oh, you're gonna.
Yeah, I have to cast it up a level because I don't have a slot of third level. So
Yeah, but that wouldn't affect the DC.
No, DC 12.
Okay.
Seems really low.
That doesn't seem right.
My
That
spell
does not
save
even
DC is
slightly.
16. How is that?
Yeah, and like Tim's AC was 12. I think something happened.
Something got borked, I think.
Yeah, so it should be 16.
Okay. So 16 definitely he did not. Neither of them made, so they would take full damage. 25. Does that look right?
So 31.
31. Okay.
Because yeah, I had to cast it at a higher level.
Yep.
31 points of fire.
No,
damage.
lightning.
Oh, lightning. I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, they do not appear to be immune to electricity damage or lightning damage. So full damage on both. One was already wounded. No, actually they both were. So they've now both been wounded, still standing. Anything else? You are within reach of this thing, so it would get an opportunity attack if you tried to disengage from it.
Well, I have my action. I can take the disengage action.
Well, your action was casting the spell.
He did it.
No, I did it as a bonus action.
How did you cast the spell as a bonus action?
I used quicken.
Quicken.
Oh, you used a quick. I'm sorry. You're right. I'm sorry. So yes, you could use your action to disengage then.
Yeah, so I'm going to use my action to disengage, and I'm going to move back.
Okay. Yeah, it looks. You can tell from the length how big these things are that they have like about a 10-foot reach. So you're able to move far enough back, and Rowan is up, back to the top.
I'm gonna drop that wall, saying it didn't do anything. How do I erase it?
I'll do it.
Okay. And then, so if I run up the stairs, he'll get an attack of opportunity on me.
No, you
right?
can disengage.
Unless you
Okay.
use your whole turn to just disengage. That's your
Yeah,
action.
I'll do that.
Okay, then you can move your normal movement rate without drawing an attack opportunity attack.
All right. There we go.
Okay. Adrin.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and attack twice with the Sunblade.
You dropped the Sunblade.
Good thing you have it tied to you.
You can spend the rest of your action to pick it up if you wish.
Okay, so I do that, then I spend a key point to do Step of the Wind, and then I can take the disengage action to go 5, 10, 20, 25, 30, 40, 45, 50, 50. Right there.
Break like the wind. Get the hell out of there. Okay.
Dude, I only got 16 hit.
I'm actually surprised you actually even took a swing at him. Anyway, yes, you were able to do that with the disengage. He does not get an opportunity attack. And now it's his turn. Well, okay, he's got this nice little dwarf in front of him. He's going to go after him. Let's see. Well, let's see. He didn't do the poison breath, so he's going to do that.
Yay.
So, DC 19 con saving throw for both you and Jugs.
And this is poison breath, right?
It is.
So I have advantage on saving throws versus poison.
Fancy.
And I believe.
Did I get a save? A bonus?
Oh,
no, I
hold
took-
on. No, that's what I'm looking at actually. Hold on a minute.
Didn't make any difference.
Yeah, you passed anyway.
I passed anyway.
Oh, anyone within 10 feet of me.
So, me.
Gets a bonus to any saving throw of +3.
Okay.
And.
So help me if I fail this saving throw.
You or a friendly creature. Oh, so starting 6 of whenever you or a friendly creature with intention to make a saving throw, the creature gains save. Yeah, so you get a +3, I get a +3, and I get advantage.
All right, so you get advantage, and Jugs gets a +3, and you get a +3 as well to your advantage.
Yeah, I got a
Yeah.
27.
Wow!
Like I said, so help me if I
And what is-
actually fail this.
What is this? Is this a Constitution save?
Yes,
Yep.
DC 19 con save.
Yep. Okay.
Ooh, lucky with
Good
advantage.
23.
Okay, so you each will still take damage, but it's going to be half of this.
Oh
Ooh.
my god.
Yikes.
I told you this is not good.
Yikes, and that's with 2 1s. All right, so he blows at you, and his breath is really foul poison.
All right, and I on my turn go away.
Okay, yeah, actually, that was his turn, so it is your turn. So you disengage, I'm assuming?
Yep, I disengage.
Okay, the other golem.
You didn't come up that staircase? with
Yeah,
us?
sure. Why not?
I can't.
Why?
Kids,
We
we
can't
can't
get
get by
through
him.
that golem.
We have to get through the golem.
I thought you could if you disengaged.
Not through someone, not through an enemy.
Oh,
Only through a
okay.
friendly.
No.
All right.
Let's see what they do.
Yeah, he comes up after Rowan. And is he going to try and breathe again?
Didn't you move double?
I don't think I could move double.
5,
He disengaged, so he
Oh.
couldn't.
15,
Yeah, I think I
20,
get a normal move with disengage.
25, 30. Oh, I thought you were talking to me. Okay.
No, not you. Sorry. Just trying to keep the cleric alive.
Oh. I see your point. Okay. Yeah, so he doesn't recharge his poison breath, so he's going to just make 2 really nasty attacks on you, melee.
Only
Alright.
attack you twice.
It'll be a disadvantage. I'll use my warding flare.
Wait, I thought that was only after you hit.
That's when you're attacked by a creature, you can use your reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll.
Oh, okay. All right, so okay, so the lower of the 2 on the first attack was 21.
Oh, that would hit.
Yeah. For 26 points of damage.
Oh,
That was with the sword.
I disbelieve.
I'm at,
I disbelieve.
I don't fucking believe this.
I'm at 13.
The slam attack at disadvantage
Bye bye.
was 25.
Oh, yeah.
The lowest one. Be 3d8 plus.
That hits 2. 1.
24 points of damage.
Oh, wow.
Night,
I'm
night.
like, yeah, I'm minus 9.
No, you're not minus. You're at 0.
I'm
Zero.
at 0.
0 and dying.
Hey, look at the bright side. He's not going to attack you anymore.
Right.
Party wipe.
Jugs is up.
Gonna run
Run upstairs.
as fast as I can.
Okay, so it's basically 200 feet. If you remember, it was you have to go through there. So you'd probably, well, whatever your movement is, up that amount.
Yeah, so 60 feet up.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So if you just want to maybe go straight down that amount, so we can kind of chart how far along you are. Just pretend like the stairway
Just on
keeps
this
going.
map? Yeah.
Yeah. Just pretend like the stairway keeps going south from around the curve.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Okay, that's where I will be.
Where?
Right there.
Oh, okay. Oh, I meant straight down on this side, but like
Oh.
comes around the
I just-
corner here and then keeps going south here.
Oh, I see. Then I counted wrong.
Yeah.
Let me recount it. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
So
Yeah, I'm
I'll
behind that black there. I just
well, okay. It's
I moved.
the two
now
the
I
two
can't see
squares. The Clytus is on the left. The Clytus and to the right. I
Yeah.
just meant basically pretend like it loops around the top and then goes south.
I just didn't want to put him there because I can't grab him now because he's behind the black.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, let me just. It's just slightly tinted for me, so I didn't see that. So there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. So, yeah, that. No wonder. I was like, why do you keep putting yourself there? Because I can't see myself. Rowan, you can make a death save. Oh,
Yuck.
one failed save.
One fail.
Ha ha ha.
So I moved here.
Yep.
What do I see?
Sword. Yeah, let me just quick bring that up again here. Okay, so around the corner. Wait a minute, that's the wrong one. No, that's right. What the hell? Yeah, that's just reading the stairway. Okay, the hallway itself. This tunnel is cut into the pillar stone of Ravenloft itself. Its surface is slick and its ceiling is barely 6 feet high. A lingering fog limits visibility, to a few feet. Okay. Okay, you didn't see that far ahead.
All right, but it's only 6 feet high. How tall are these friggin' iron golems?
Well, the stairway wasn't that short. The golems are 9 feet tall. So I would say that they would basically kind of have to crawl after you.
All right. Well, given
And that would reduce their movement to half.
so, how far can I see? I guess is the question.
Well, actually, not even as far as I've shown you, but it says fog limits visibility to a few feet. So you normally only see 5 feet in front of you. I've already revealed it, so it doesn't make any sense to.
Right.
Well, I
But
guess. All right. To me, if I wouldn't have been able to see, I wouldn't have ran up that stairwell. That's what I'm trying to say. Right? Because when I came in the first, I don't want to retcon too much, but to me, I would have been.
If you would have
I knew there
wanted
was
to
a way
go
to
up
run,
the
I
other
would have done it.
stairway, if you would have wanted to go up the other stairway, I could have revealed that. But
Let's just leave it as is, and I am going to.
well, let's say the fog starts like 15 feet in front of you. How about that?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try. I'm gonna sheathe the sword. So it's really dark.
It's now completely dark. Yep.
Yep. And then I guess what I want to do is, if he comes after me, I'm going to move 15 feet further, so just up to the fog. What I want to do is if he comes crawling after me, I want to teleport behind him, right?
Okay.
If he does, and then I would try and help Rowan and pick up people and whatever. But I'm not going to go
Pick
into
up
the fog.
people. Pick up the pieces.
Pick up the dead people and move on. So I'm going to stay right there and try and... Can I hide? I'll use stealth to hide. How's that sound?
Okay. It is foggy. It is really foggy there. So I would actually give you advantage on your stealth check if you want.
34.
Don't.
No, that would be 25. It's a plus. Sorry, I added a 9, so it's 25.
Holy crap. Okay. Okay. So you definitely are one with the shadows, so to speak, which has always been your kind of thing. But at the moment, let's see. It's not that golem's turn. It's the other golem's turn now. So he is going to come lumbering after Clytus. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay. And yeah, he's going to do that can of whoop-ass thing that he does so well.
Don't die.
Do what I can.
Oh, that was a horrible roll. 18?
Nope.
All right, so
Nice.
the sword misses. His slam attack, though, was at 24,
Okay.
which I'm assuming hits
Yes.
for 22 points of damage. And that's it.
All right. Is it my turn?
Yep, your turn. Sorry.
I will flourish a potion and drink it.
Okay.
Where are you? Nope, wrong one. Potion of Invulnerability. I am
Ooh.
resistant to all damage for 1 minute.
Nice.
Nice choice. Great vintage.
Good vintage. So I do that. So the action was drinking it. The flourish So all I have left is a move action, which
Which would draw an opportunity attack unless you've got something else that can let you
and I
disengage
can't
with
move
a ball.
past him. So I will just stay right there. I yell, "Jogs, get back here! Back me up, man!"
Okay, Mr. Gollum number 1. He's gonna step over on or / on Rowan to climb over you. He gets up to the top, and like I said, it's 6-foot high ceiling, so he kind of gets down, crawls on his hands and knees, and looks over. And I'm gonna make a perception check against your stealth roll to see if he spots you. Oh my God, he rolled a natural fucking 20.
But Jesus Christ.
Does that beat me though?
Well, it doesn't on a skill check. It doesn't automatically succeed. Let's see. His perception would be wisdom. 20 wouldn't do it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So he looks around, doesn't see you, doesn't hear you, and so he starts backing down again. Again, stomping all over poor Rowan's body. Makes his way back down here, and that's about as far.
Okay.
I'm only resting.
I'm not dead yet.
So yeah, that was his turn. Jugs is up.
Oh, fuck.
Come on. Go up there and back him
He's
up.
gonna say, "Why didn't you just fucking run?"
Because he runs faster than me.
Well, if he's running and you're running, then he still can't hit you.
No, what he just did. I ran, and then he caught up to me. I
No,
was going to run again.
you only went 25. If you went 50,
Yeah, but when you're disengaging, you can't double move.
that's all I'm saying. It's just fucking run.
Yeah, I went 25. He ran up and hit me. I could have gone 25 more, and he could have ran up and hit me again. And I
Alright.
couldn't, and I wouldn't have been able to take the potion of invulnerability.
Is this golem look like he's wearing metal armor?
He is metal.
Yeah,
armor.
he's made of metal armor, basically.
Okay, well then I'm gonna use Shocking Grasp because I get advantage on that.
Okay.
So does a 20 hit?
20 does. And that's
For all
actually what you
4 of
need.
my damage?
Okay, so 4 lightning
Suck.
damage, which he is not resistant to. He's like, he just touched a little light socket, got a spurt. Oh, owie.
Ow.
Rowan, another death save.
All right.
Yay!
Hey, so close. So you got 1 and 1. Edrin.
Oh. what the fuck am I gonna do?
That's how I'm feeling right now.
I'm gonna go ahead and stealth up to look around the corner.
Get her! That was your plan. Get her.
And I'm gonna go, oh! And I'm gonna hide back just
Okay.
back around the corner.
Well, he was actually facing away from you. He figured you just bailed, so he didn't notice you.
So I'm gonna,
Well, I'll say
but
he-
I'm gonna go right there. Just
He
in
had
case.
disadvantaged. Yeah, okay. He rolled he got a 5. So he did not notice you doing that.
Okay.
And you're just gonna stay there?
I'm not getting anywhere near that fucker because he could kill me and then we're done.
Okay, so the other golem. He did recharge his poison, but Jugs is out of reach.
Yes.
So yeah, he's just gonna wait and instead do 2 attacks on Clytus. Yeah, 23. 15 misses. So the sword attack only for 30 points of damage,
15.
which you are immune to.
No,
No,
he's
I'm-
resistant.
Oh, you're resistant to. So you
I
take
said
half of it.
Takes 15.
I will take immunity though if you're giving it.
No, that's called not called. It's called DM goof.
Okay.
DM duh. That was his turn, so he's done. It's your turn.
Shit.
Tell me about it.
So my question is, why don't you just run 50?
Because he'll take
Yeah,
if you stand there, you're going to die.
I am, but one hit could be enough to kill me. So if I run and he hits me, I could die. Either way, I'm dead.
We
that's all
are
I'm saying.
going
That's all I'm
to
saying.
die.
That's all I'm saying. If you run, you might live. Don't you got some kind of magic paladin? Heal myself, touch myself.
Well, actually, if you run
sing
more than
song?
15 feet, you'd be blocked by jugs.
Why would I be blind? Oh, he would be blind.
Yeah,
Yeah, but Jugs gets to move then.
that's true. Yeah.
I get a move.
And
before
plus, he's got 10-foot
so-
reach, so actually he could reach
Can you
over
touch
just
yourself,
about.
Tim?
I have 15 points left for today.
Is that a bonus action?
Let's see.
You might want to do it.
I don't know if it is actually in.
It is
5e.
an action.
That's not going to help you.
No. Because
Don't
here's
worry,
the thing I
he'll-
can do. I can hit him twice, and turn on use my top 2 spells to smite.
Yeah.
And it ain't gonna be enough to kill him though, because I mean
No.
he's been hit a few times, but not that bad.
Yeah. Do what you need to do, man.
Yeah, if only somebody hit me with haste.
Yeah. This coming turn. If I wouldn't have rolled a 2, you'd have had it sooner.
Shit. My character doesn't back down. That's part of his thing. He's just gonna fucking do it.
He's
So
the
I will
Tom
go ahead and
Petty
hit him.
of Dwarvendom.
Seriously?
Oh! Jugs, you got to get around there and start flanking that bastard.
Neither of them hit. Neither of them hit, huh?
Can't get through there.
Oh.
That's the problem.
Well, I can still move.
Yep.
Screw it, I got nothing else. Here we
All
go.
right. He only gets one attack.
15, 20, 25.
17?
No!
Oh, I'm sorry. No, 18. 18.
Still no.
Okay.
The sad part is my shocking grasp made him not able to take reactions until the start of his next turn, but he takes his turn between us.
Yeah, exactly.
So it
Yeah, I
kind
know,
of
I know.
that spell's not useful.
It would have been good to let him escape without an opportunity attack, but he missed anyway, so you're good.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm good.
Now the other golem is, well, what is he gonna do? He can't get past his buddy. Well, he walks back into the room, sees everyone else is gone. Here is his buddy
Surrenders?
clanking along down the hallway. So he's just gonna walk up here and just make sure nobody tried to get out that way. So that was his turn. Jugs is up.
All right, I'm gonna move there. I'm gonna
Well, now it's just
cast
gonna poison breath both of us.
haste on both of us.
Alright.
How do you do that? Haste isn't that just one target?
No, you can twin it.
No, he
But
can
I
do
can
multiple.
Oh, you're twinning it. Okay. Yeah, that obviously that would work. Okay.
I highly suggest you just keep going, man.
Yeah, you can split your movement between your action in between your movements. So you can, now that you're hasted, you'd
So I moved 10 feet, and I have 60 feet of movement.
well, how much do you normally have?
30.
30. So you move 10 feet, so
Oh.
you'd have 20 left. After the hasting, it'd be 40.
It's doubled, so I have 40 left.
Right.
But then I could also take 2 dashes, so I could do,
No,
like,
a dash
another-
is an
right?
action. That takes the.
No, he can take
But I
it.
get an additional action because of haste.
Oh, yeah, if you want
So
to
I
take.
could take 2 dash actions if I really wanted to.
Well, no, a dash is your action. You cast haste.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But you can still move 100 feet away.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
you
could
can still
move
take one
100
extra
feet away.
dash with the haste.
Can you drag Clytus with you?
That would slow him down quite a bit.
But that's
I'll take
better
it.
than
I'll take
Can I
it.
drag
Probably more movement than he would.
instead of 100?
Instead of 100, so I'd say basically it'd be half movement dragging Clytus, so you'd move another 50.
Hey, I won't resist, man.
and then have Clytus drag you.
Take turns dragging each other down. That is just such. Okay, yeah. Obviously, the rules are what do I say? Abstracting things a bit there. So you're helping each other along. We'll just say that.
Well,
You can drag me initially, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah. So,
so
if you
down
move
to
him,
there.
okay.
You-
Okay, Rowan, death save time.
Right.
and we hope like hell he can't get that far.
Ooh, man, 2 19s. Either way, you're one
I'll
away
take
from being recovered. Adrin.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna move forward. I don't see anybody. I'm gonna use the healer's kit.
I think you can just click on it to do a skill check with it.
Nope.
Oh, I thought you
I don't
could.
know what it does though. Hang
Hey, do you need hit points? Can he read scrolls or no?
on. Me?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Darn.
Healer's kit. Oh, looking on the wrong thing.
Oh, I think you can actually. Do you have proficiency in a healer's kit?
Jesus
I
Christ.
don't know. We talked about this last time, and I have charges for it, and I do believe it just gives me a.
Doesn't it give you advantage on your roll?
You watching this game, Dave?
No.
Holy crap.
I'm paying full attention to this.
So I don't kill
I
his
have
character.
2 monitors.
No, I don't.
Oh, so okay. I see
No, I
now.
don't.
Okay,
And
hang
then
on a second.
Jug suddenly develops a club foot. Your movement rate is 5.
I can expend 1 use to stabilize a creature.
Right.
So I will expend another use,
Okay.
and that gets me down to 8. So I move 10. Could I spend I don't know. What I want to do is I want to move him. If I spend a key point, and I move him back behind where I was before.
Yeah. Yeah, that wouldn't be a problem.
All right, so I want to move him as close to the.
Fog.
So he's 0. You're not. Can you move Rowan with me?
Yeah.
So he's not moving, so he's very stealthy. But he's at 0 and safe.
When you're dead, you don't get much stealthier than that.
He's 0.
Unless someone tosses you.
Quiet!
Unless you toss him down a flight of stairs, then you wouldn't be stealthy.
Right.
Well, you
So
keep
no more-
banging him
allows
against
you
the
to-
wall.
Allows
No more
you,
death
you don't
saves.
need a wisdom medicine check. So the healer's kit allows you to stabilize somebody.
Yeah, so you're stabilized now.
Okay.
All right,
So you're not dying any longer, but you're still at 0 and unconscious.
which is good. It makes you quiet.
Well, he is still in armor, so.
Yeah, and you keep
But he's not
banging him
moving.
against the wall.
Well, it doesn't. If you drag a big bag of pots and pans down a hallway, it's probably going to make.
I'm not moving.
Make some noise. Yeah.
If a golem comes up and he's not moving, then we're good. We're quiet.
All right, go ahead and make a stealth check at disadvantage, and I'll see if the golem notices.
19.
Okay, yeah, he still didn't notice. He actually rolled fairly well, but he didn't notice. Anyway, you get him there. He's there. It is actually the golem's, different golem's turn. Yeah, he can only dash 60. So, well, And you've actually gone up a stairway and around and around. I mean, this is abstract. He can't see you. Let me think. He's gonna wander back down, actually. He figures he's done his duty and chased you away. So he goes there and kind of stands alert, looking to see. There were some other people he knew in here, but he doesn't know what's happened to them yet. Clytus.
Yay.
If you want, I will rule that you've, at this point, reached the stairway that you came out of, basically the top point in the study.
Yeah, but do we want to go there? Because Strahd's going to be there in a minute.
Hot minute.
So first thing, before I do anything else,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to use an action to heal myself up. That'll I get a bonus action, right? So I will use my bonus action for that. Or let's see.
Why?
I'm hasted.
Oh yeah.
You can use an object, hide, dash, or disengage with that.
Well, if this thing ain't coming back to us, I think we should try to make a dash for it, get the hell around it, and join the rest of the party.
Well, you can't see it. You just heard the clanking.
Right, but I don't hear him clanking up towards us anymore.
Right.
It would have gotten quieter as he got further away from
Yes.
us, so we would know at least that he was going the other way.
So I'm
Yeah,
going to
maybe you can sneak around that corner quietly and quickly.
Well, that was my dash move. So there
Okay.
you go. I'm a dwarf, remember?
Dashing dwarf. You are
There you go.
quite dashing.
You are dashing.
I just dashed, and now I'm done.
Okay. Golem 1 is, let's see, he's going up the stair, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 30. Okay, so it takes most of his movement to go up there, look and see you're not there, and turn around again, and he winds up there. Jugs, are you dashing in tandem?
Yep, I'm gonna come up here.
Tandem dashing. You're going to run by me?
See ya! Oh,
I'm
yes.
sprinting past you.
Brave Sir Jugs.
Yes. Okay, Rowan, you're unconscious. Adrin.
I will stealth move up and look around the corner, and I'm just basically watching to make sure that that's all I'm doing.
Okay. Yeah, he does not. Well, you can't see anything, but
That's all I'm looking. Yay! Nobody's there.
yeah, the golem actually, it's Golem's turn. You see him actually kind of patrolling back and forth here, but there's nobody there, so he just stops again. Cletus.
Okay, I'm going to dash move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I peek around the corner. Is this door open?
What door? Oh, the door into that room. Yeah, it's still open. You can peek around. You do see the golem standing there.
Okay, so that was 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. I use my bonus action to dash again. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
So you run around out that door, basically right past the golem. Okay.
Yes, I'm probably within his reach. So
Yes, I was going to say he would get an opportunity attack.
go for it.
He did. I'm not going to let you roll a stealth check for that.
No, I'm not trying.
He's like, "Whoa!" The dwarf suddenly runs by. 19.
That'll hit me, but I still have invulnerability on.
Okay.
Son of
So.
a buck.
Or at least I only take half damage.
Yeah. Okay. Where's my?
I have another one of those potions in my pack too.
You're unconscious. Shut up.
Oh, yeah.
Is he now?
The potion broke when you fell on it. I'm kidding. It didn't, but
You're metagaming, now the potion broke. Way
yes.
to go.
So half of that would be 11.
Yep. No, I took it.
But yeah, so you're able to dash up, and Adrian, you hear the dwarf huffing and puffing up the stairs. Golem 1. Okay, he's missing all the action. He's gonna dash down to the stairs and stop there.
God damn it.
Jugs.
Why didn't you wait?
It's like fuck.
Well, actually, Jugs could probably just wait for those guys to like. We should back off.
Well, that's what you should have waited for him to get away from the door. Whatever.
I'm gonna move to there.
Where?
Wait.
I just moved.
Oh, okay. Back around the corner a little more. Do you want to be stealthy about it?
We only took a 5-foot step, but yeah, we should be stealthy.
Otherwise, I'll just roll his perception to see if he noticed you.
No, I'm just gonna step to there, and
Oh.
I'm.
He'll see you now,
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever.
dude.
Actually, I rolled a 1 on his perception. He's actually looking at his buddy, like saying, "Go get him! Go get him!"
You should hide.
So
No,
he seems oblivious that you're there.
All right, what are you gonna do?
Casting Ray of Frost at him.
Oh, okay. that will get his attention. You missed him.
I use my advantage.
Okay, you're gonna use your inspiration.
I'm gonna use my Tides of Chaos.
Oh, excellent. All right. Is that the next spell you cast, or is it this one?
The next spell I
Okay.
cast.
All right. So you then will hit him for 10 points of cold damage. He's not immune to that, so.
And his speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of
Ah,
my next
Okay,
turn.
so his speed is now 20.
And then I'm just gonna run really. I'm gonna use my other action to dash and just run up the stairs.
Okay, so around the corner, back up. Okay, so dash away from him. Hit and run. Okay, well, you got his attention. Rowan is still unconscious, sitting in the fog. Oh, let's see if something comes along. Yeah. All right, you don't know what happens because you're unconscious. Adrin.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Somebody's stomach is rumbling.
Yeah, I heard that.
That's
You
just-
hungry,
So,
Yeah, that was
so,
a Harley
so
driving
this
by.
golem will see Clytus. He'll walk up and whack on us because you are probably as stealthy as a tank.
I'm much faster than he is now, though.
Yeah, but carrying a almost dead guy isn't going to work out very well for us. All right, so
I can heal Rowan.
Yeah.
I can get
sure,
him up.
and we could just run into the fog. I think it's a great idea. I love it. I love it.
I love this plan.
This
All
is
right.
the
Happy to
strategy
be a part of it.
Yep. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to. So Rowan is not in the fog, right?
He's right at the edge
At
of the fog.
edge of the fog.
Yeah.
Right at the edge.
We'll say the
So-
fog starts at. Yeah.
So where does the fog start? Sorry.
I was going
Right.
to say it starts at the K61 label that only I can see.
That doesn't help me.
No, it's right there. It starts.
Okay. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to.
Tell you what, I'll just erase it just to make it easier. So the
Erase
fog
what?
starts
What?
right there.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Oh, now if you move there, it would be a little bit more revealed. So it's basically you can see 5 feet in front of you once that fog starts.
Okay, that's fine. So what I'm going to do there is I'm going to cast. Da, 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 da.
Destroy
Haste
Iron
me,
Golem?
so I can do nothing.
I am going to. Well, I can't. I'm going to cast darkness.
Okay.
And
Where?
I'm going to 15 feet. Do it right there. So it's a 15-foot radius, and I'm going to center it right there.
Let's see. So alt
And then
or
later,
circle left.
Maybe that'll make him ignore us. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Alright, so basically right on top of Clytus.
Yes.
It's right in front of me.
Actually,
Oh,
wait.
yeah.
I can move and I can cast then move. Okay, so hang on. So I'm gonna do. It's a 15-foot radius, so I'm gonna get it so that just like right there.
Okay, well it'll basically conform to the shape of the stairwell. So
Yep.
okay, so
And
I'm sorry,
Then
right here.
yep.
Yeah.
So it's a 15-foot radius.
Okay, so let me just get that right here. Like that.
I think since it's a radius, it's actually 30 feet long.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So the whole staircase.
Yeah, basically the whole staircase.
Yep.
Actually, let me do that on the map level. Right. There. Okay, so that's the darkness. I
Yep.
attack the darkness. Okay. And then you move
That's it.
back to where Adrin or where Rowan is.
Rowan
Okay.
is. Yep.
Okay, so Gollum there, he starts lumbering up the stairs, and after. Okay, that's
Remember, he's half movement.
oh, that's right.
Move
Yeah,
by 20. He's 20.
yeah. So he basically would be right there. Clytus.
All right. I go over by Rowan.
Okay.
As my movement, I hit him with
Stick. Axe.
yes.
The axe of healing.
Wake up! Wake up!
10 points.
Okay, Rowan, you're awake.
Eh,
I have one more action.
do you two need healing as well?
Well, it's not your
shit,
turn yet.
yes. But I'm gonna cast one more spell on myself. And so hold on, I'm gonna run out of spells. And I do it again with a level 2 submit. So 16? No, 12.
Or is it 14?
No, I only get the 6 and 6. Not the 6 and 8, because I don't have advantage. Why would I have advantage?
Yeah, why would you? I don't know. Well, it's just probably like everything else. It just gives you advantage. Just assumes you have
no.
advantage.
What? So it's giving me 1d8 plus my charisma, and then a 1d8. So I'm not quite sure.
I think you get an extra D8
Yeah,
for the
you're
higher level casting.
right.
No, but
When
the
you
higher level casting was the 6, right?
Yep.
yeah.
And then your extra D8, so you get 14.
Yeah, you see, if you notice the 6 in the
Oh.
box is adding your charisma, but the higher cast is just adding the dice.
Okay, so 14, not 16. Okay.
It's like I got a scroll. I'm gonna.
Well, it's
Got it.
when
Okay.
Is it the I win scroll?
It's the yeah. It's
Wish?
mass cure wounds.
Is it wish?
I wish we wouldn't have done this.
all right.
All right, I'm done.
Okay, Gollum. All right, so it's in the dark. It has an intelligence of 3. It's like, huh? And so it
I
backs
see.
away from the darkness.
Yay.
Doesn't see anybody there to chase, so he's like, hey, where's my buddy? Jugs is up.
All right.
You hear the clanking behind you, albeit slower than it was before.
Coming.
It sounds like he's
Still
coming.
there.
Oh, okay, you run right up to him. Okay.
Yeah.
Why?
I'm gonna kill it.
Yes, it's slowly. I am gonna kill it.
Misty Step.
That's kind of what I'm.
Well, you're hasted. You cast Misty Step and keep on running.
And you
So
see
that
some
was-
darkness right here.
50. I don't need darkness to cast Misty Step.
Oh,
No,
nice.
But he
Okay.
can get into the darkness with the rest of his move.
All right.
The question is, so it's 30 feet that I can see. So if I stand here, so that's actually 55 movement.
Mm-hmm.
I can see right there.
Yeah, you see this kind of rounded edge of darkness that wasn't there before, jutting out, which you assume is some. You don't know where it's from, but it wasn't there before. It's quite obviously. I mean, the teleporter thing in the middle of the room creates a lot of light, and it's just sticking out into the room like this
Okay.
hard-edged circle sticking out.
So I'm going to use an action to teleport myself there.
Misty Step.
And then run.
And then I'm going to go, fuck, where's the door? And I'm going to clamor for the door. And
Okay. Yeah, you stumble in and you can feel that the door is still there and still open. You don't know what you're running into complete darkness, but the geography of the passage.
the other golem, though, so I know that the two of them shouldn't be.
Yep.
They should be there, and then I'm going to dash up to everyone else.
Okay.
Oop, you lost yourself.
All right.
Oh, I know I saw you. Okay.
I'm up. I dashed up to by you guys.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead and make a dex check to see if you trip on the stairs in complete dark. Unless you have
Yeah,
some,
that makes sense.
because you're dashing and it's like, oh,
Like an acrobatics.
yeah, sure, that would work.
Take your
Okay. I was That's close enough. I'm not gonna make you. Yeah.
I could
wasn't
take
a
my
one.
inspiration.
Just okay. We'll just say that you only got to there.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm not gonna
I
severely
was
penalize you for
clambering
this.
up the stairs. And
Yeah.
I could
Don't for a fucking thing. Rowan, you are now conscious.
Yeah, everybody's within 30 feet of me. I kind of rifle through my pack and I get this up and I start reading.
Once upon a time,
How long is that going to take?
casting with a
The scroll is just like
scroll is
casting
just an
a spell.
action. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So there we go.
so
16 points
everyone
for
gets
everybody.
16 points.
You doubled my hit point total. Look at you.
Adrin, it's now your turn, Mr. Hit Point Bag.
Fuck.
Shot over here with all these hit points.
So,
Could you repeat that?
I said this is this is a really good plan. I love how this worked out. And
why
I
don't we
sit
take a
down.
long rest right here?
I sit
Yeah.
down on the ground and I go, "Whew, that felt good," and I do absolutely nothing.
Okay. This golem comes tromping out. He's still slowed, so that's all he can do. Clytus.
I have dark vision. I still can only see 5 feet. From the
Yeah, it's not the darkness, it's the fog. It's basically...
All right, we'll walk 10 feet. What do I see?
All right. You see more hallway stretching ahead of you.
Okay, so that's 15,
Okay. More hallway.
20, 25.
Okay, more hallway. More hallway.
30.
Okay, as you step on that particular section of floor,
You die.
make a... No, okay, never mind. That requires an active search. So the floor gives way beneath you, revealing a trapdoor which slides down,
God.
and you slide down a chute that's made of marble out of sight. The trapdoor then clicks back up. Clytus has disappeared, and none of you have seen what happened to him
Oh, man.
God.
because he was in fog.
All you had to do was sit on your
Well, we
ass.
heard him though.
I went out,
Yeah,
go,
you heard a shit, and then you did hear a distinctly mechanical noise, and then you hear kind of a wail of Clytus kind of fading into the distance, and then silence. Okay, the golem. He heard the wail and everything else. The wail, the cry. I heard a cry, and
Well,
but yeah, and well, he did see Jugs run into the darkness, but maybe he knows something you don't know, and he's not going to chase you. Jugs is up.
I like that part. That maybe he knows something we don't know. That part.
I am not trying to give you any impression at all.
I'm gonna move up to here and look for Clytus.
Okay.
Wow.
You don't find anything there.
Clytus? Nothing.
Yeah, you don't hear anything.
You guys, think we lost Clytus.
I think you're right.
Is that all you're going to do?
What should we do? Should I keep going and look for him? There we go.
I don't know. You could walk down the same side, and we could see exactly what. This obviously was a trap.
What same side? What side
We
did he walk?
know that he went down the other side. As he walked away from us, I saw him do that. We could theoretically go into the same trap he did. More the merrier.
Come on in, the water's fine.
Am I doing this?
It's up to you, man. I just tell you that he went down that side.
All right. Well, make a. You know that you're figuring there's some sort of trapper, so go ahead and make a perception check.
Yeah, I suppose I would be looking for it. Yeah.
Well, DC is actually fairly high still.
Yeah, and I have a 0, so.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you step right on the same mechanism, and yeah, the floor gives way beneath you, and you're down Chutes and Ladderville, and you hear him say, "There's a trap!"
Great.
Then you hear oompa,
Oompa.
oompa.
He was a bad egg. Bah, bah.
Oh my god. What have we done?
We've fallen down a pit. That's what we've done. Come on in, boys. The water's fine.
I guess.
Hey, and if there's spikes at the bottom, I'm the one who hit them.
Yeah, well, the rest of us will land on your body and it'll cushion our fall.
Yeah, the rest of you guys will have a soft landing.
Good thing Clytus was there to break our fall.
So what is Rowan gonna do?
Well,
You're up.
I turn to look at you and say, so are we following them?
I don't. Well, I guarantee you we are not going to survive with 2 people.
Right. In a
Whatever.
mist-filled...
Our paladin said, "Fuck it." Went
Yeah.
forward after we're hurt. We barely survive, and he says, "Yeah, let's go forward into the fog. It's a great idea." So of course it's a good idea.
It ain't
It's
over till
a
it's
good
over.
idea. Come on.
let's rejoin the party.
Okay,
right.
so I'm assuming you're not trying to avoid this trap in any way.
No.
Or okay, so you just kind of run willy-nilly into the fog, and sure enough, ka-chink, clunk, the floor drops out beneath you, and you slide. Whee!
Jesus.
Brother, join us.
What are we doing?
I don't know where you are.
Yeah.
I'll let Paul put me there.
This is our brilliant plan to escape.
So I know that there's a trap.
Yes.
I know that people are falling.
Yep.
However, I know that I'm a monk, and I can run on
Water.
sides of stuff. I'm just gonna try and not fall.
All right. Well,
Right.
first up, make a perception check to see if you might even just spot it before you
Oh,
trigger
yeah,
it.
right. Woohoo!
20 is what you need. You actually spot it. You don't set it. You're able to spot it before setting it off. It's basically a pressure plate. If you step on it, it will open up.
So what I want to do is I want to time it so I hit the pressure plate so I don't fall in, but I'm going to run in and be under my own control. Is
Okay,
that
so
possible?
you basically have sticky feet, right?
Yep.
So,
Yep.
so you are able to do that. So
I
you
hit the restaurant.
okay, you're able to trigger the trap and basically walk into it rather than slide uncontrollably down this chute. It is
I'm
actually
going to go in down the side because I think it sounds fun.
you want to slide down.
No. I want to run on the side of the trap.
Oh, okay, all right.
The way down.
Along the wall.
All right.
Because it sounds cool.
Okay, yeah, it's basically a chute of polished black marble, and it goes down into darkness. And I think actually that is where I'm gonna leave it for
Oh, yeah, no,
today.
that's a great place to stop.
I think that this was a job well done for the party.
Oh yeah,
All the way around.
That was a rousing success, gentlemen.
Rousing success. I
This-
agree.
yeah.
A
This
damn
was
fine
just,
plan, and I was glad to be there.
That's right.
Yeah, we did so well.
We did.
I'm actually still impressed that you didn't get killed.
Barely.
I'm surprised.
Those, you barely dented those iron golems. They
Yeah,
had hundreds of hit points left, and
Yep.
but yeah, you actually and with the party split
I'm
up like
surprised
that,
we could even affect them at all.
Oh, I don't know.
banging away at them is pretty much the only thing you can do. But it takes a lot of banging, and
That's for
And
sure.
they hit hard. Holy crap.
that they do. So anyway, we will stop it there. Next session, I think 3 weeks normal time. So
Yeah.
All right.
we'll pick it up from there.
Thanks.
Thanks,
Bye,
guys.
guys.
We'll see you next
Bye.
time.